Your minigun should be loaded and ready to fire. Good shooting, ma'am.
Hello, hello, and welcome back. I am Maester Aelix, and this is Fallout 4 NCR Lone Ranger. And, yeah, we are not right back where we left off last time, but we are on the same, path. Right now we are, aboard a vertibird, if you can't tell, heading towards the glowing sea so we can meet up with Scribe Halen. So yes, we're trying to find some nukes for our new bestest best friend, Liberty Prime. And, since I don't have any fast travel points out there, I figured might as well take the scenic route, besides it'd be great for this intro. So, yeah. So I figured we could, enjoy a nice leisurely ride out to the glowing sea. And preferably once we get a bit closer, I might be able to land just a little bit closer than out in the glowing sea proper. But, we'll see. We'll see. So, I've rambled for a good minute now. So, let's begin. The Ranger was never, unimpressed by how the Commonwealth looked down below from on high. Yep. She can understand why the Brotherhood of Steel used these vertibirds all the time, kind of everywhere. It was certainly an amusing thing to see. Of course, it was also kind of fun to see gunfire and explosions in your wake. You know, to see the world get more interesting as it passes by. See something like a random Yogwa somewhere in what used to be probably a pleasant neighborhood cul-de-sac. Yep. But you never knew what's going on in the Commonwealth till you looked down and saw. Of course, someone decided to open fire and do something stupid, but she really wasn't that worried about it. Pretty well high up, and couldn't shoot at them from the angle they were at anyway. Still, whoever had the gumption to fire at the Brotherhood of Steel this high up, good on them for trying. Had to admire, tenacity like that. But still, a lot of craziness. She saw at least one power armor wearing person down there. Looked kind of like a raider. Yeah. Too bad she was too far away to really get any good shots off at him. Fortunately, she found herself getting a little closer to where she liked and was going to try to stay out of the glowing sea at least immediately. So,
Prepare for landing. Touchdown could be a little rough.
yeah, she was prepared for that. So she'd let that vertibird pilot get on with their day. She was getting awfully close to the glowing sea and, well, didn't want to have to drag a whole vertibird down in there with her. That's also why she was wearing their power armor that they gave her. Of course, seeing the vertibird lilt to one side was never really a positive thing, but, well, who's ever at the gunnery station fell out. Well, that was no good. Ah, super mutant. Perfect chance for her to try out that recently modified gun of hers. It was that old laser rifle that Dance gave her. Well, she figured, make it a pistol like she likes. Might be worth a dang. Besides, that'd be a great chance for her to conserve some of her 44 ammo. Stuff wasn't exactly coming out of the woodwork. Yeah, 44s were a little harder to come by than she would have liked to have admitted. But still. Every little bit counts, right? Well, she was definitely into the glowing sea at this point. Of course, seeing a few more Brotherhood of Steel, well, wasn't as good as seeing NCR folks, but out here is kind of the best you could hope for. Didn't see any other militarized groups that were, useful.
Scribe Halen.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
How have things been over there?
Pretty well, actually. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
Don't underestimate the Institute, especially with teleporter technology at their disposal.
Don't worry. We won't let any of them run us out of there. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no. Not at all. You're only heading back to the most inhospitable place in the entire Commonwealth. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Well, it seemed like a straightforward enough mission. Of course, straightforward means, it doesn't mean easy, it just means uncomplicated. So, into the glowing sea she'd go. Of course, the raging rad storm overhead was not helping things out any, but that's just life sometimes. Of course, red scorpions were known for being a bit more durable to laser fire, so she would definitely take her time to switch up to something else. No. She didn't die to no rad scorpion.
Good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
How have things been over there?
Pretty well, actually. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
Don't underestimate the Institute, especially with teleporter technology at their disposal.
Don't worry. We won't let any of them run us out of there. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no. Not at all. You're only heading back into the most inhospitable place in the entire Commonwealth. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Now look, I know that you're interested in seeing the Ranger die, at least more than once, but pay attention. That's not how the story ends. Besides, we all know she didn't die to no rad roach, or rad scorpion, or rad anything. like I said, she knew that rad scorpions were a bit, resistant to the effects of not bullets. So she decided to go with bullets when dealing with the rad scorpions. The real trick to getting the most rad scorpion meat out of them, though, is to shoot them in the face. Not a whole lot of meat in the face. Got a bunch of meat everywhere else. Now, she also figured that when the Great War came and the bombs dropped, especially since she knew it was getting close to one of the big places where the bombs dropped in Boston, she knew that everything would go kind of crazy. But she never figured she'd see a building half swallowed up by it. Yeah, that was more than just a little bit disturbing. Plus the, well, entirely swallowed up houses. Yeah, she knew there had to be a word for something like that. Unfortunately, she had no idea what that word would be, other than disturbing. It was oddly clear and unfoggy and when she got there, but however, as she keeps saying, hopes were meant to be dashed, so yeah. By the time she found the wrecked vertebrate, the radioactive fog had rolled in, and well, things don't stay good in the glowing sea. She just had to keep her wits about her and avoid the terribly colored ground when she could. Of course, the fog did keep revealing more and more new and different and interesting places, none of which she truly wanted to see, but, well, can't help but see things when you're looking. Fortunately, the Brotherhood of Steel loaded up a few places of interest along the way. Places you could look scavenge if she wanted, look at if nothing else, but mostly use them as landmarks to get herself across this glowing sea. She did not want to have to come back here, but if she did have to, she'd at least want a couple points of reference on how to get through it kind of quick. I mean, they ain't always going to just airdrop her anywhere she wants. It's just not how things work. Gotta work for it. Just make your own strides and cover your own distance. The large building that seemed to pop up out of nowhere did give her a little bit of hope that she was at least heading in the right direction. Of course, all the bugs around was no help. this rate, she'd die from a lack of stim packs before she even made it to the wherever site the Brotherhood wanted her to go. No, no, no. She didn't die from no bugs either.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Why use this distress pulsar?
Unless you could locate an entire radio station within the glowing sea, there's no way you're going to be able to send out a regular signal. Luckily, the distress pulsar's ping cuts right through the interference, and we'll be able to hear you as long as we stay close to the frontier. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Alright. Look, you're starting to get on my nerves here. I know, you know, that I know that she and bugs and insects and stuff with venom, they and her don't get along. Yeah, she's got a fast metabolism, means she heals good, but also means that, well, unfortunately, she is also a bit more susceptible to toxins. And they go through her just as quickly as a stim pack does. So, I know that you know that that's a real problem for her, but you can't keep using that excuse to kill her off. I mean, that's not how the story ends. I mean, you came to me for her story, right? I mean, that's why I thought you came here, listen to me prattle on, hour after hour. But I thought you wanted to hear the story, not tell it. So why don't you just sit back, relax, stop interrupting, and, you know, let me tell the story. I mean, that's why you're here. So, we can all agree that she talked to Halen, made it into the glowing sea, got up to, and, you know, that creepy half-sunk church, right? You can agree to that? Good, good. Because, not a huge fan of repeating myself over steps like that. There we go. So you want a little bit more atmosphere? Fine. It was a dark and red stormy day in the glowing sea. Not unusually clear, nope. It's all dreary and radioactive and gross. There, you happy now? Like the story better that way? Good, just keep that in mind while we deal with these things. Alright, so, like I was saying, the power armor the Brotherhood of Steel gave her had at least some area information about the glowing sea. There'd been that half-sunk church, the crashed vertibird, which she sadly suspected was probably one of theirs. I mean, how would they know about it unless it was? Of course, if one was flying overhead, you'd probably see something like that along the way. No, what was really interesting was the big crashed passenger liner full of stuff. She didn't know what kind of stuff, and If she wanted to stay and find out, she could, but she really didn't want to do that. I mean, crazy scavvers who'd be up for eating these rads could, or maybe supplies for them Church of Adam kids, but no, no, no. Low and Sea ain't no place for her. She wanted to get there, or get through it, and then get away from it as fast as she could. She had hoped that wherever she was going, on the inside, it'd be, more shielded than, well, just power armor. Of course, she was glad for the power armor she got. Better than nothing. Of course, it wasn't until she was almost there that she remembered she had her Red X and Radaway to better get through this place, but, no one's perfect. She's a woman of myth and legend. I didn't say she was perfect. Of course, occasionally her aim can be. So like I said, she didn't die to no blood bug. So as she came across the, wherever place was, just a few huge buildings. I mean, not skyscraper huge, but it definitely looked solidly built. All sorts of concrete and the like. Of course, the huge pools of orange ground and all that was certainly not helpful. However, there are a couple cages that had bombs sitting right on the outside. That did indicate to her that she was in the right place. Alright. All she had to do now is locate the, bombs she was looking for. She was a little conflicted about, having big old Liberty Prime start throwing bombs all over the place. I mean, isn't half the reason why the world's messed up as it is because people are throwing bombs all over the place, but, I wasn't here nor there when I wasn't. The place still had the alarms going off. Of course, it seemed like she was alone down here, but she'd been around long enough to know a place like this, yeah, when you first walk in, you're never alone. Now, by the time you walk out, you could be.
Yes.
But when you first walk in, nah, no chance of that. That's when she saw her first ghoul. Yeah, she knew that'd be a real problem right away. Well, she saw a terminal leading to a small area that was just kind of suspended out in space. Didn't know what else would be in there, but figured she at least had to try. Apparently these doors wouldn't open while there was launching going on or some such. Well, didn't really matter now, did it? I mean, it was just more out of idle curiosity that she wanted to see what was there. She saw a mole rat too. Shouldn't have been too surprised to see that either. Seeing that it was mostly ghouls and mole rats, she figured she could conserve her good ammo and work with the numerous fusion cells she had, at least for a bit. And another set of them doors that were sealed shut for some reason. But at least she was getting closer to somewhere. Wasn't sure where, but well, she was on her way.
Nice.
She was looking around and seeing what there was to be seen. She kept looking for a way to turn off the alarms, because when klaxons going off would get mighty annoying. You know, if just left to do that. She's kind of glad that, you know, she didn't have to stay here forever or anything crazy like that. Ah, the sounds are quiet. That was something she could appreciate, and it seemed like all the other doors just opened for her. That was a good thing. That was a mighty good thing. You know, less things to stop her on her way. She wondered if she should go forward or go back the way she came. Wasn't too sure, so... But eventually she settled on, well, she knew what was behind her. Didn't know if she was ever going to get a chance again, so backtrack it was. Well, whoever built them rooms did not expect people in power armor to be going in there, so she had to find a place to exit the armor before she can get in there proper. Well, she found a holotape. She'd listen to that on her way. Ah. Well, turns out it wasn't the kind of holotape you could listen to. It was no big deal. Other doors were open and, well, found another terminal. She didn't know why she would want to close herself into these blast doors, but she knew she didn't want that. She had to keep moving. So, quick jaunt back to where she left her power armor. Didn't figure the Brotherhood of Steel would appreciate it if she lost it. Despite the fact she didn't really enjoy having to stomp around all loud and slow, but in a place like this, she didn't know when the next breach of the walls would be and let the radiation in, so she figured she had at least to give it a chance.
Going up.
And poor feller got himself stuck on that top of the elevator. Didn't know what to make of that, but well, she found herself all the way back at the top. Not really sure how she was gonna get to the bombs. So she walked one way, figured she'd walk the next way. Really wasn't much to see from up here, so yeah, she gave it her best shot. Took a nice leap down. Of course, that riled up some mole rats, it seemed. That really wasn't going to be a big issue. No, Paladin Ents had gotten her a mighty fine weapon. And after just a little bit of modification, she'd be just fine. Or she found it to be just fine. Of course, when she got lower, she saw one of them bombs. Was truly impressed by the size of it. I mean, everybody's seen a mini nuke for a fat man, but this was huge. Truly impressive. With the sheer amount of bombs that must be here, to see the number of ghouls and mole rats and other radiation-based things, she was no longer surprised. Yeah, if even just one of these had a small leak, it would be a rather ominous portent for all people involved. And that means it's bad news. Of course, ain't nothing like a pack of ghouls to get your blood running. Especially after you just wanted to see what white bottle there was. She was very glad that the ghoul was a ghoul and not capable of really using the weapon it carried, because the one it carried was mighty impressive. She's definitely looking to getting that to someone who could use it. Yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel would definitely put that to good use. With the amount of dog tags on these ghouls, she knew that a lot of them must have been military at one point. Though, not Brotherhood of Steel. No, pre-war, pre-war. Fortunately, no one really gave her a briefing on where to go. Well, she once heard a thing called a great truth. Something that was, true no matter what. And the one that came to her mind right now was, there'll always be more ghouls. And, well, she found this to be true no matter where she went, but especially true right here and right now. She figured she'd keep going lower. And if you had bombs, you probably want to, keep them safe. Keep them underground. I mean, that's just basic vault logic, right? We're seeing dead ghouls everywhere. That was a little worrisome, but also a very small gift. Very glad to see dead ghouls kind of everywhere. Oh yes, the amount of ghouls here was impressive. What was more impressive was the amount of bombs. Now, having found a second child of Adam down here, she knew that, well, with the doors being the way they were, she wasn't the first person here, but she was impressed that the children had gotten so far past all the ghouls. I mean, they were occasionally competent people, but oh.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground. You will meet Atom in time, sister.
And with that, I will say thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my content as much as I'm enjoying to make for all of you, because I really do enjoy making it for all of you, which is why I put out a video every single day of the week. Yes, all 7 days. But, yeah, if you do enjoy my stuff, then please do that wonderful YouTube thing of like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, all that wonderful stuff to keep my channel growing big and strong. And if you do like my stuff, I'm pretty sure you know other people who would too, so please share my videos with your family, your friends, your enemies, your frenemies, everybody who could possibly like my stuff. Please share it with them, and I would greatly appreciate that. If you don't like my stuff, then you're welcome to leave a thumbs down below, but I would ask that you leave a comment as to what I could do to improve, because I want to get better for everyone. Anyway, if you are really enjoying my stuff and want to support my channel in some meaningful way, then take a look in the links down below. You can find a few things there that are extra neat and special, such as a link to my Discord server. And if you want that to be even better, then check out the other link that's there too. Anyway, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time.